Hello and welcome back to Sprite Plays Starseed Pilgrim. We have completed another level and we have some pretty challenging stuff up ahead of us. I really want to take on the fast level, which is one of the more challenging ones. So we are going to start out by farming up a stockpile so that we can go into that and play it a little bit more freely, a little bit more loosely. So we're just going to hope that the random number gods are going to look down on us with favor, and so far they are not. So we're just going to have to continue on and hope that we can find what we need. So already we kind of have a pretty difficult starting hand. And I'm trying to think where we even want to put everything. I think that there, sending that off there. We want to be aware that our first seed growing tower is getting pretty close to where we are going to want to harvest it. So we're going to take a moment to do that. And then we're not going to have a huge amount of time to harvest this one on the right. So I think we just want to do that pretty soon and continue on. And then we have another green one coming up. We're going to want to give that as much room as we can. Really hope that it takes off. And that one's branched out quite a bit more, but did not give us very many more seeds. So we're just going to have to carry on. And we can dig some of this up, kind of optimize a little bit our stalling strategy. We can grow this purple out. We don't want to connect up with a key just yet. We're not really ready to do that, unfortunately. We do have another green one coming up, and so that is something that we will want to plant, probably in some place where it's going to have a lot of room to grow. So we have another seed growing tower, an exploding one that we don't really have anything to do with. So I'm just going to do that. And then a purple one that we kind of don't have a home for. And so I'm just going to put it, let's see, I guess put it here. And now we have the green one, and I think where I want it to start growing from is probably the top of this one. I think we want it to grow straight up from there. And again, pretty disappointing showing there. And then we have another explodey one without a huge amount of use for it. So we'll plant it there. Another seed growing seed there that we might be able to use as a seed ladder, but I think it's going to be a little too late for that. So I will put a jump pad there, and that will let us get up to it, though it looks like the darkness is catching up with us. And so we're not going to have a whole lot of time to let these grow in. And then we're probably going to need to figure out how to connect up with that key. So I'm actually going to start digging this out, probably in the next couple of blocks. I want to wait as long as I can, but we kind of have a problem to solve here. And we're not going to be... Well, okay, we're going to be able to get out of here. It's just going to be difficult. Oh dear. It's going to be very difficult. There we go. That's out of there. We're not going to be able to reach that for much longer. We can use that to fill in some of the gray, and then this will hopefully branch out and may even connect up. Okay, that gave us a bit of what we want. And then we can actually pour this over here to connect up. And then the question becomes kind of, do we want to actually plant anything else? And I'm not seeing anything that I can imagine becoming extremely useful. So we're just going to harvest these seeds and then grab our key and leave. And we're not going to have one of the really spectacular farming expeditions that we sometimes have on this stage, but we should come out of here with a good handful of seeds. Alright, ready? Go, go. And in we go. So let's see how many of these we can actually grab. It looks like all of these should be within reach. There we go. This one looks like it might actually not be in reach at all from anywhere. So that's unfortunate, but that's just kind of how the random numbers panned out. It's not clear whether or not... Oh, good, we can get up there. I was a little worried we wouldn't be able to. So, yeah, we're going to come out with 24. And that should be a nice start. It'll be 21 once these kind of fill in over our head. So, you know, that may be, you know, it may be that what we want to do is then use that on another farming expedition. And I'm actually looking at the time. We've not been going for very long. So let's try doing that. So this one we're going to play probably even more conservatively than the last one. Because mostly we're going to want to retain the seeds that we have in hand. And we actually have an opportunity to fill in this gray a bit. And then we can start one growing here. And once the sand reaches that, we will be able to plant off to the right. And now we're just kind of, we have to wait here. Well, okay, we can cut that, and that will allow us to get over here, plant that. And then we can actually use this ice to kind of make it a little bit more easy to navigate. And then we actually have an orange one that we have very little use for. But what we can use it for is plant it right there and fill in some of that gray. And then we're just going to head off this way. And we're not getting the kind of stuff that I usually need for a really effective economy. We're not getting the stuff that I want to see. And we're just kind of getting the same seeds over and over. But we have a purple coming up here. We're going to actually have a difficult time getting to the top of this seed tower now. We're going to have a really difficult time with that. We're getting so much of this slime stuff that's just not very useful. And kind of, it's not clear how we're going to make progress from here. You know, we can dig up a few more of these. But it looks like most of that is going to be lost. We can plant that to start growing a tower. Use that to give us a little bit of a starting place. We'll probably dig in there. Hopefully that will grow and branch out pretty well. Didn't give us a whole ton. Did not give us anywhere near as much as I wanted. We can plant that there. And then we're probably going to have to start harvesting these pretty soon. Do that. Send that off to the right there. And that's actually going to make things quite difficult, but also solve some problems for us. And so I think it is time to fall into the darkness. And let's see if we can get up here without using any bubbles first of all. Get as many of these hearts as we can, which looks like it will be all of those at least. Grab the key. And it looks like we have turned a pretty tidy profit. We will need to use a bubble to get out of here. But that's alright because we spent 1 seed to get 4. So we made a profit of 3, and we're going to leave here with 34. So that is a really good place to leave us. We are going to be able to take on the fast level much more easily now. Have a lot more wiggle room, a lot more kind of ways of recovering from mistakes. And so we are going to head up this way. And in the next episode, we are going to try and take this level on Doubtless I pursued the sky, and he had no heed to wonder why. So that is coming up in the future. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.